Next to oil, coffee is the world's most traded commodity. Most coffee is produced in developing countries. Right now, tens of millions all around the world can barely afford to feed their families on what they receive from the coffee we buy. The average coffee in Sydney costs $3.50. Of this coffee, producers in the third world receive less than 3 cents. Fairtrade aims to allow coffee farmers in poor countries the chance to lift themselves up out of poverty, by guaranteeing a minimum price. Since the 1960s, the price of coffee has been set according to regulations set forth by an international agreement. These regulations ensured, through the control of production by the setting of quotas, that the price of coffee would remain fair, both for farmers and consumers. In the 1980s, these quotas were removed and free trade prevailed. At this time, the supply of coffee was greater than the demand, and since there were no quotas, the market was flooded and the price of coffee fell. Fair trade certification began in the Netherlands in 1988 as a response to these falling prices. Fair trade coffee came to Australia in 2003 and was mostly sold through church groups and charities. The certification standard has grown in popularity, growing by 200% in the last financial year. Drinking fair trade coffee is a great way for Christians to implement their Christian worldview in their everyday life. God created the earth, the sun, and the plants, including the coffee plant. God created humanity to enjoy and care for His creation, but mankind rejected God's rule and sinned against Him. Their sin fractured the relationship between them and God, and with each other and with the earth. Trade could have happened in God's good creation. This trade would have truly been fair trade. But in the fallen world, trade is not fair. Those who are richer and have more power control the market. This imbalance means that those farmers who are in poorer countries, who produce the coffee we love, cannot make enough money to sustain their families and their communities. As Christians, our worldview should be redemptive. The Fair Trade certification seeks to fix this imbalance caused by the fall by seeking to make trade fair again. So when you are out buying coffee, look for this logo. To find fair trade cafes and roasters in Sydney, go to this website.